Hi, I'm Tanmay. I'm the co-founder of predis.ai, and thank you for your interest in trying us out. So let me start with a quick demo. The way I generally do this is I'll try and spend around 15 minutes of time on the content creation piece, try to explain how can you generate content using Predis. Then I'll try and spend some time on the competitor analysis piece where I'll explain to you how can you use our advanced AI capabilities to figure out what works for a competition and what does not. First things, if you have not tried us till now, you can go to the website, which is predis.ai, and you can just click on try for free. We have a no credit card as free trial. You can generate the first 6 posts for free and then decide to pay for it. So for now, I'll quickly jump into the dashboard. This is how the Predis dashboard looks like. So on the left hand side, we have this menu wherein the content library will have all of the content that is generated for this particular brand. First things which we recommend users to do is go to brands and social account. This is where you could set up your brand kit. So you could put in your colors, you can put in your fonts, your logos, everything. Once this is done, our AI will be able to absolutely stick to your brand guidelines and generate content in this format. If you notice, because of my brand guidelines, all of the content that is generated is within these brand guidelines only. Now let's start generating content. To generate content, please click on the create new option here on the right hand side top. Once I click on create new, these are various ways in which you can actually make content with Predis. So text to post is the most simplest way of generating content. You can just give a few lines of text to describe the kind of post you are looking to generate, and the AI will be able to generate a video or an image or a carousel out of it. E-commerce product post. In case you have an e-commerce store, it could be a Shopify store, it could be a WooCommerce store, or any other e-commerce platform. You could upload that product catalog to Predis, and the AI can read through the product catalog to convert your products to videos, images, or carousels. In blog to post, in case you already have an existing blog, or if there is any blog you want to repurpose, you could paste that blog link within Predis. Our AI would be able to convert that blog. um, it will generate a summary of that blog and then quickly convert that to a video or a carousel. So this helps you to repurpose your existing content into videos, carousels, and publish on different channels. Script to post is a version of blog to post. In case you already have a script which you want to generate to a video or a carousel, you could just directly use that, paste the script, and the AI will convert that script into video or carousels. Business to post is a slightly more advanced version of text to post. In this case, you can describe to the AI your business. You could tell it what do you sell, who do you sell it to, who are your, I would say, audiences, target audiences, what are the benefits do they get. So the AI will first figure out what type of posts would a business like this do and then execute on those posts. Within memes, you could generate memes. It's fairly fun. You should try it out. Special day post will help you generate posts for special days. Quotes to post and manual is fairly straightforward as the name says. Now let me quickly start with text to post. So once I select text to post, this is the kind of interface what I see. Here I could input my text, my sample input into this text box. Let's say I want to generate content around tips to keep yourself healthy. We also have an AI assistant in this. So if I click on it, it will give me ideas which are relevant to my base idea but are slightly different. So if you notice, from tips to keep yourself healthy with morning walks, it has also given me benefits of incorporating meditation, practice mindfulness, or self-care and stuff like that. To use it, I can just click on tap and click on proceed. For now I won't. I'll just deselect all of these and close it. I'll just go with my base input. Now next comes the other steps in terms of how should this post look like. So as of now, we support short videos, long videos, single images, carousels, and videos with voiceover. For now, let's say I want to generate a carousel. Now step 2 is assets. So either you can let the AI choose premium assets. We have contracts with a couple of premium asset providers, and whatever the AI would suggest are available for commercial use. So that is the default option which is selected. Or you could click on choose assets, wherein you could upload your own pre-existing assets and ask the AI to use them. So I can click here on upload images to video. Once I have uploaded my assets, I could just tap, and once I do that, the AI will compulsorily use these only to generate content. For now, I do not want to choose anything. I just want the AI to suggest me good assets. We support a lot of languages. I'll just keep it English for now. After this comes the brand piece. So by default, you should set it at the brand, whatever you have fed, so that the content which is generated will always be generated in your brand details. Variants is basically our way of telling you how many different versions of post we want to generate. If you it is capped at 7 as of now, which basically means the AI can generate up to 7 different variants of this type of font of from the input. Now the next part is design. So this decides how would the generated content look like. So if I click on choose a template, this will show me all of the different existing templates which are available within the Predis library. We do keep on adding new templates almost very regularly. And we also have an option wherein you could customize any template or upload your own templates. So that ways you have absolute full control on the type of output which you generate. For now, let me just select this template and press OK. So now what I have done is I have asked the AI that I basically want the design to look like in a very particular shape and format as I have given it. The last option is what should be the caption length. It is defaulted to medium as this is most apt for generally all social media channels. So I think I'm through with all type of configurations whatever I wanted to do. I will click on generate. So at this point of time, what would be happening is the AI will first figure out a script of what kind of carousel could be made. It will figure out the introductory slide. It will figure out different slides and the final ending slide, which is the CTA. Then it will figure out good looking, I would say premium assets, which could fit well into this type of selected template. Finally, it is going to use my brand guidelines and give me something which is apt for me. So while I was talking, this is what got generated. If I click on it, it will open up the preview mode. So as you notice, I mean, it has figured out each slide. It has figured out good copy for each slide and also figured out a relevant image for each slide. So this is the type of content you could generate with Predis. Now our USP is whatever content is generated, it can be easily edited with a editor. So once I click on edit, it is going to open up an editor wherein each and everything what was generated could be edited. So let's say I did not like this particular image. I could click on the media tab. This is where other selected images look like. I just need to click on a different image and the AI will automatically figure out the placements. The AI will automatically figure out what is the right place to place that image in terms of which should be the focus area and everything. Let's say I did not like this template in itself and I want to change to a different looking template. So what I'll do is I will just scroll down and let me select a different template. Let me select this. So in this case, the AI is going to keep the same context of whatever it had generated and give me a different looking version of this creative. So this is my second version of how does the creative look like. Let's say I'm happy with this generated output. The next step for me is captions. Within captions, we generate one caption by default with hashtags and everything. In case you want to generate more, we do have options wherein you could choose the tone, you could choose the caption length and click on generate more. Let's say I want a slightly larger caption in a casual kind of a tone. So once I click on generate, the AI is going to generate more versions of it and it is going to give me something like this. Step Three after this is basically hashtags. So the way it works is we have an Instagram hashtag library, and the AI will look at the context of your post. It will try and figure out what does the creative convey, what is the caption trying to convey, and then it will automatically figure out what would be the most relevant hashtags which would go well with this type of a post. So while I was talking, this is how the hashtags, the suggested hashtags have started to look like. So there are options of either sorting it by relevancy or sorting it by reach. um, for smaller handles, we generally recommend to sort it by reach only. Now selecting hashtags is fairly simple. I can just tap 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 and the hashtags do come out. Step 4 is suggestions. This is basically our AI's way of telling you what could be done to improve the performance of this post. So what it tells me is that my ideal time to post could be 3 p.m., not this time when I am recording this. It also tells you how good is your creative, what are the right number of hashtags, what are the right number of length of captions and everything. Once you are happy with all of this, you could click on the share option in here, which will open up the sharing screen. So within the sharing screen, you will see a list of all the platforms that we support, and then you can schedule or publish to all of these platforms. Within the sharing screen, we also have options of making platform specific edits if you wish to do that. So first of all, in terms of platforms, we support practically all the larger platforms out there. So we support Instagram. You could publish as an Instagram story. You could publish it to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to Pinterest, to GMB, to TikTok. You could also publish to Facebook groups, Twitter or X, or YouTube. So for now, let's say I only want to publish this particular piece of post to Instagram. And within Instagram, I do also have options of making changes to the creatives or making changes to the caption. So this is where I could choose a date time to schedule this post. We also have an option wherein you could send this post for review. So you could type in an email ID of a colleague or anybody who you want to send it to, and once you send this, they will receive an email with an option wherein they could either approve or reject this post. For now, I have already selected a future date time. I will click on schedule. So once a post is scheduled within the Predis platform, we make a copy of that particular post and we move it to the content calendar. We do this to make sure that if there are any subsequent changes or edits done on the parent post, the scheduled version does not get impacted at all. So once I navigate to my content calendar, this is how my scheduled post looks like. If you want to make changes to this post, you will need to discard and you will need to make changes to the parent post. For now, I do not want to publish this post on my Predis account, which is why I'm clicking on discard. So this is practically how a basic content generation flow looks like. Let's try to make another piece of content. In this case, I will go to create new. I will try to use the same input, and instead of a carousel, this time I will try and make a video. So I'll just select long video. I'll keep everything else the same. I'll just ask it to use my brand and I'll click on generate. So at this point of time, instead of a carousel being generated, you will notice that a video would get made. The subsequent process in terms of editing to generating captions to hashtags to even scheduling on different platforms is mostly the same. The only difference in this case would be, since it's a video, there would be a lot more editing options in terms of transitions, animations, and all of those things. So while I'm talking, the AI is trying to figure out a script for this video. Then it will figure out good, copyright free, and available for commercial usage kind of premium assets. And then it's going to fit everything using my brand guidelines and generate something for us. So while I was talking, the video got generated. Let me just play this. Okay. So this is how my generated video looks like. I think there is some kind of a typo on the copy. We'll quickly go and edit that. Yes. Okay, I think this looks fairly good. So let's just quickly go to the edit part of it so that I can explain to you the differences in terms of the editing. Broadly, as I said, it's the same. You could go here, you could change the templates, you could go to the media tab, you could change your images or audios or videos, whatever is used inside this. Or in this case, for example, 8 ways to boost your health with morning. This is the change which I wanted to do, and I'll try and keep everything else the same. Now, since this is a video, there would be options of seeing all of your scenes in here. You could see the timeline of your particular page like this. If I select any element and I want to change the animations, so if I click on animate, all of the animations options will come to see here. So this is like your any other video editor. We do have most of these options wherein you could change whatever you want to within your video. So let's say I'm happy with whatever was generated. I click on share. It will again open up the sharing screen. And in this case, again, I can choose if I want to publish on all of these different platforms. The platforms which show us cross, they are showing like that because I have not linked them for this demo purpose. Only the platforms shown with a green tick are those which are available right now for this demo. So rest of the process is the same. I will not click on schedule or edit, but I think this gives you a good idea about your content generation flow. Just a few things which I want to highlight is that we have this option of custom templates. You could make changes to any existing template and save it as your own custom template. The AI will use your customized version to generate its next set of content. Now let's quickly come to the competitor analysis section. This is something we have done to solve a very interesting problem. Let's say if I have to go to the Instagram handle of Gymshark and I need to look at the kind of content which they are publishing. I want to figure out which piece of content is generating the best set of engagement for them. What are the different content themes which they have? This is a fairly difficult problem to solve. To solve for it, what we have done is uh, you go to the manage competitor section. You can add any public Instagram handle or any public Facebook page. We use official Instagram and Meta APIs to pull data, and then we start to use AI to segregate all of that generated content into different themes. Then we are able to show you which is the best performing and the worst performing theme. So let's start with the basics. So these are the different stats which we have pulled. This is something which any average social media analytics platform will tell you. Now within the content analysis section, what I see here is Gymshark by default posts majoritarily about fitness. Then it also talks about health and fitness. It also talks about recreation, social media, fashion. So if I have to go to motivation and I want to see what are those type of posts which are grouped under the motivation category, this is how it looks like. This is basically showing you how does a content distribution pattern look like. The next step is how does it look like with respect to engagement. Now what I notice here is the distribution of fitness is slightly more in terms of this. So what I see here is fitness contributed almost 42% of posts and generated slightly more engagement, which basically means fitness as a category is definitely working well for them. This is one way of looking at data. The other way of looking at data is content themes. In this case, we will show you data in a fairly tabular format. What the AI does is it will group all generated all content into similar themes, and the themes will also have some kind of a label. Now, if I need to tell you which is the best performing theme, I just need to sort it by the engagement percentage. So what I see here is these type of carousels. Once I click on them, this is how the carousels look like. These have generated the most amount of engagement for them lately. What has not worked well for them, if I scroll down to the bottom, these are the type of posts which are not working well for them. So if I was Gymshark, or if I was competing against Gymshark, I will try and do more of this type of category instead of something at the bottom. After this, our AI is also able to figure out which are the right hashtags which are being used by Gymshark, and also show you all the hashtag details. Then we also show a lot of static post performance in terms of how does my post distribution look like, how does my engagement contribution look like, what is the online activity for this, what is the engagement activity, uh, which are the best performing posts, and all posts. So all of this analysis can also be saved as a PDF. So in case you are an agency or you manage clients, you could save it as a PDF and also use it for your reporting purposes. So the way to use this whole content analysis piece, the way we see our users using it is, as the name suggests, you could actually look at your competitors. It helps you uncover trends of what's working, what's not working fairly quickly. You can also audit your own handles, and you can look at this with certain date ranges. So it can also help you understand what was working in a particular quarter, what stopped working after that, etc., etc. And then finally, in case you are going to pitch to a new potential client, you could run this analysis for that client and also some of their competitors. This will give you quick trends of what could be a potential strategy. So this is all I had from a competition analysis section. Just to quickly wrap up the demo, some hygiene pieces. Within the brand and social account section, you will have this option of setting up your brand details. All of the social platforms could be linked from this particular section. Within the integration sections are Shopify, WooCommerce, and other e-commerce platforms. Uploads will house all of your uploaded media. You could also delete that if you need it from here. This is where you could define your own custom templates and manage all of your templates. Within the My Account section, you will see options of having brands. You can add as many brands as you want in the agency plan, and this is where you could add team members. If you want to invite a team member, you can just add their email ID. We also have an option of giving them access to a specific brand or to all brands, and also allow them to publish or schedule. So this is all I have from a demo perspective. We also have a chat within the product. In case you need any help, please ping us on the chat here. I hope you enjoy using the product. Thank you.